Most entrepreneurs don't fail because of bad ideas. They fail because they think like employees. They wait for permission. They try to minimize risk. They want guarantees. But that's not how real businesses are built. You want to win? Then burn this into your brain. The best entrepreneurs think in the exact opposite way. Let me show you the 6 mindsets that separate the unstoppable from the unemployed. My name is Marcel Fuursted. I've built, scaled, and sold companies for more than 2 decades, including one valued at $400 million. Today, I also help CEOs and founders build a business that grows even when they don't show up. Here are the 6 mindsets that help me and every entrepreneur needs in order to scale. The first mindset is, yes, we can. Forget the playbook. Burn it. Corporate people say, we can't do that. Entrepreneurs say, how can we do that? That tiny shift, it's everything. Where others see rules, we see opportunity. When someone says, you can't, we ask, says who? Want to raise capital without traction? Done it. Want to launch with no product? Been there. Want to enter a saturated market? Perfect. Proof there's money out there. This mindset turns walls into doors, not with naive optimism, but with brutal resourcefulness. If you don't have this, you'll spend your life waiting for someone else to say yes. So say yes to yourself, then get to work figuring out how. Here's what that looks like in real life. When Elon Musk couldn't get parts cheap enough to build rockets, he broke down the materials and sourced them from scratch. Cost dropped 97%. That's yes, we can in action. Think about it in this way. Where are you accepting no as a fact instead of as a challenge? Mindset number 2, problem first. So most rookie entrepreneurs fall in love with their solution. They design the app before they know who it helps. They write a sales page before understanding the pain. Big mistake. Great businesses are built backwards. Start with the pain. Deep, real, expensive pain. And then ask, what would people pay to make this go away? You're not a genius because you invented a product. You're a genius if people beg you to fix their problem. So take this. Nobody actually wanted an iPhone. They wanted faster communication, better tools, more power in their pocket. Apple solved problems we didn't know we had. You don't need a product, you need a reason to exist, and that reason is someone else's problem. Here's another example. Slack started as an internal tool for a gaming company, but the team's real problem wasn't game development, it was communication. The pain became a $1 billion business. Use this simple check. Before you build, write out 5 real pains your dream customer has. If your product doesn't speak to at least one, stop. Think narrow, then scale. Here's the lie. If I target everyone, I'll sell more. Here's the truth. If you target everyone, no one hears you. Focus isn't optional, it's survival. Narrow wins specific sales. The riches are in the niches, and that's not just some cute phrase. It's a universal law. Nike didn't launch with a shoe for everyone. They built a better shoe for elite runners. Then they expanded. Amazon didn't sell everything. They sold books. Then they sold the world. Start small, dominate, then scale with power, not hope. Trying to scale a business with no traction is like trying to lift a house with a shoelace. Pick your battle, win it, then take the next hill. Look at this. Spanx didn't start as a full fashion brand. Sarah Blakely solved one problem, visible panty lines. Then she expanded after crushing that single pain point. So here's what you can do. What's your narrowest possible market that still has money? Own that, then earn the right to go wide. Ask for the cash, ride the float. Cash is oxygen, but too many entrepreneurs breathe it in too late. Here's the game. Sell it before you build it. And most people hate this idea. They say, but I don't want to scam anyone. Then don't. Just deliver. Pre-sale, Take deposits, offer early access. You validate demand and get the cash to fulfill it. It's not unethical. It's how real entrepreneurs survive. Tesla did it. They sold cars way before they could make them. Courses do it. Software companies do it. You can do it too. Float the cash, let the business fund itself. Stop waiting for investors or some magical pile of money. The best validation isn't a like, it's a payment. You want to see how that actually works? One of my clients sold $80,000 of a product she hadn't even built, just with a landing page and one Loom video. That's proof over perfection. And here's a thought. Could you sell the result before the infrastructure exists? If yes, you've got leverage. Beg, borrow, but don't own. Ownership sounds sexy until you're broke, buried in fixed cost, and can't pivot. Early stage, leverage over ownership. Always. I'll always choose that. Use what you can borrow, rent, partner into. Borrow audience, rent space, white label software, whatever gets you moving without sinking you. Entrepreneurs don't need to own the road. They just need to drive on it faster. You can always own later, after you've proven it, after cash is flowing, after the market tells you we want more. Until then, control cost, stay lean, and move like hell. Ownership is a trap when you're still figuring it out. Flexibility is actually the real asset. Let me give you an example. GoPro didn't own their own distribution or media engine in the beginning. They piggybacked on YouTube, on athletes, on borrowed attention. That's leverage. Think about this. What are you currently trying to build from scratch that you could borrow instead? Don't ask for permission. So, this is the final mindset. Do the thing. Fix the consequences later. This one separates entrepreneurs from employees. So, employees ask, am I allowed to do this? Entrepreneurs ask, what happens if I do this? Uber didn't ask for a license. Airbnb didn't check zoning laws. They both created so much value, the rules had to catch up. Now, I'm not telling you to break the law. I'm telling you to stop waiting for validation. You don't need permission to sell, to test, to post, to pitch. Permission is a luxury for people who want mediocre lives. Entrepreneurs build the future, and the future doesn't come with a rule book. To bring it home, most startup founders who win big didn't wait to be noticed. They launched, adjusted, and survived long enough to dominate. And that's the game. Here's something to reflect on. Where in your business are you sitting on the sideline, waiting for permission from someone who's not even in the game? So here's the wrap up. Here they are, the 6 mindsets of unstoppable entrepreneurs. Say yes and figure it out. Start with pain, not product. Get narrow before you scale. Sell before you build. Stay lean. Borrow before you buy. Stop asking, start doing. Most people play business. You're not here to play. You're here to build, to win, to dominate. Choose the mindsets that create movement and the market will follow. Subscribe for more content like this and I'll see you in the next video. Scale you later.